In every petal, a story hides. Welcome to Once Upon a China.
I am the echo of hearts that dared to hope, a river of memory flowing through the valleys of time. In every whisper of wind, a promise lingers, carried beyond sight and reach. In a village cradled by green hills and winding rivers, the morning air was heavy with the scent of blossoms and the soft songs of awakening birds. Liang Shanbo, a young scholar with a mind sharp as bamboo and a heart tender as spring rain, arrived at the local academy, eager for knowledge. The wooden halls smelled of ink and parchment, a sanctuary for those who sought wisdom and refuge from the ordinary world. Among the students sat Zhu Yingtai, whose bright eyes and gentle demeanor concealed the cleverness and courage that allowed her to walk disguised as a young man. Her gaze met Liang Shanbo's over ancient scrolls, and in that brief, electric glance, an unspoken bond began to weave itself between two souls who had yet to understand the depth of their connection. Days turned into weeks, each lesson a subtle dance of intellect and wit. They debated classics under the shade of mulberry trees, shared jokes that made the ink-stained hallways echo, and exchanged glances that carried more than words ever could. Liang Shanbo marveled at Yingtai's cleverness, unaware of the secret she guarded, while she admired his steadfast heart and the quiet warmth he radiated. As spring ripened into summer, the world around them shimmered with life. Rivers gleamed like polished jade, mountains held their stoic watch, and the villagers bustled in harmony with the seasons. Yet within the academy walls, a more tender drama unfolded, a love that grew quietly, carefully, as petals unfurling in hidden gardens. Each moment together was a treasure, every shared secret a golden thread binding their hearts. But joy in such stories is often fragile. Yingtai's family, bound by centuries of tradition, had promised her to another. The weight of impending separation pressed upon them like a shadow across sunlight. Each parting, each fleeting touch, became a reminder that love must sometimes hide behind the veil of duty and expectation. Liang Shanbo finally journeyed home for a family matter, the distance between them stretching like an invisible chasm. Their hands met one last time, a brush of fingers that spoke volumes more than any letter or whisper. His heart ached with the knowledge that time, society, and destiny could conspire to divide even the most faithful of hearts. She, in turn, carried her longing like a quiet flame, keeping it alive despite the walls that hemmed her in. Weeks became months, and the world moved on with indifferent rhythm. Liang Shanbo immersed himself in study, yet every quiet evening, the image of Yingtai haunted his thoughts. She, confined to her home and family expectations, held herself with grace, but her soul wandered to the places where their laughter had once echoed. Letters and gifts became secret vessels of affection, each word a lifeline through the silence that distance imposed. Seasons changed again, and the inevitable day arrived when Liang Shanbo visited Yingtai, only to find the cruel arrangements had been made. Their eyes met in a final, silent communion, a conversation of longing, regret, and love unspoken. The world around them was indifferent, yet within that fleeting moment, their hearts recognized a truth. Some bonds transcend circumstance, some devotion outlasts even separation and sorrow. The legend tells that when Liang Shanbo fell gravely ill, Yingtai's grief was boundless. In the stories that followed, her love would transform despair into miracle, turning their tragedy into a testament to the enduring power of love. Rivers were said to weep with her, winds whispered his name, and the willow trees, bent low with remembrance, became silent witnesses to hearts unbroken. In the stillness of a moonlit night, Yingtai rushed to the gravesite where Liang Shanbo rested. Her tears fell like rain upon the cold earth, her sorrow carving paths that words could never reach. The wind carried whispers of her lament, mingling with the soft rustle of leaves, as though the world itself grieved alongside her. Legends say that as her sorrow peaked, the heavens trembled, and the earth shivered in empathy. In a moment that defied mortal understanding, the grave split open, and Yingtai's devotion called Liang Shanbo from the beyond. Their spirits entwined, rising together into a realm untouched by human laws, a sanctuary where love could finally exist without constraint or separation. From that day onward, the two became immortalized in stories, poems, and songs that would ripple through generations. Scholars would recount their devotion, artists would capture their tender glances, and villagers would whisper their names beside rivers and bridges. The tale of Liang and Yingtai became more than a love story. It was a parable of courage, fidelity, and the quiet, persistent power of the human heart. Though mortal life moves forward, with joys and sorrows interwoven, the legend reminds us of the enduring flame of love. It is a love that does not falter in the face of duty, that transcends obstacles, and that leaves a lasting imprint upon the world, much like a river carving its path through stone, patient, persistent, and eternal. Even now, when the wind stirs the willows and the water glimmers under the sun, one may feel their presence, a gentle reminder that true connection, once forged, never truly fades.